Hi everyone, this is Srey. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I wanted to kind of cover the topic of self-love and how you can apply it in your life. This is something I'm actually really interested in and something that I've been working on for many years for myself. And I just wanted to share some tips of what I've done personally to incorporate practices of self-love to feel like I love myself. So when I was like 18-ish, 17, I really loved looking up psychology videos and understanding different concepts of the mind. And one of the things was learning self-love, to love yourself. So I guess just a quick background story, I guess the reason why I felt like I needed this was because I didn't feel like I got the love I needed in my upbringing. Quick recap of my background. I am an immigrant child and I was born in Cambodia. I am Cambodian, Vietnamese, and Chinese. And if any of you know how Asian culture is, it can be a little bit less affectionate. Now, I think it would be fine if I was in Asia and everybody was going through the same thing, but growing up in America, you know, watching other kids and seeing how their parents showed them love and affection, it did affect me in a different way, because it's like, oh, so you know that it's possible for your parent, another parent, to be this way towards them. Or like sleeping over my friend's house and waking up to a household that isn't a little bit chaotic, and I was like, wow, this is nice. So I definitely knew that I definitely lacked self-love, and I think you know if you have it towards yourself or not. Like you know your relationship with yourself, unless you're really in denial of it. That can be a different topic for a different video, but I'm kind of speaking under the terms of someone that is looking to learn how to incorporate that. Now, I kind of want to explain like my idea of how I believe in this. You can convince yourself anything. If you can convince yourself that a bunch of negative things like you're ugly, you're fat, you're worthless, if you can convince yourself that, you can convince yourself positive affirmations as well. So you can convince yourself that you're beautiful, that you believe that you're beautiful, that you love yourself. The more you say something, the more likely you're going to start to believe it. And that's my way of how I was able to transform my point of view of myself. So one of the things I did was I changed my passwords to I love me, and then like a specific number, up to you to pick a number. But I would do that for every account I had, and every time I logged in, like to your Facebook account, whatever. And of course, you know, add special characters and numbers so that you can't easily get hacked if you tell someone that that's your password. So I had to write that, right? I had to write that every time I logged into an account. So I had to kind of relive that phrase. So in a way, I'm telling myself that every time I logged into an account, I love me. And it's going to be silly at first. It's going to be like, what am I doing? Like, I'm saying this, it sounds psychotic, it sounds conceited, but you need to be open-minded to this idea, and if you really want to incorporate it. So that was my method of doing it, because I knew I had to write that password every single time I wanted to log into the account. And I feel like it did work. You know, obviously you have to actually find other methods of why you love yourself. Start finding reasons. And I just feel like if you can lie to yourself about something negative, why can't you lie to yourself about something positive and then believe it, right? It's a form of self-manipulation, and I don't believe in manipulation as a negative tactic. I think of it as a verb. You know, I feel like people always want to use manipulation as like, oh, they're a bad person for manipulating me. I get that, totally get that, but we manipulate positively and negatively. We just always in society tend to associate with negative connotations. For example, let me just make a really easy example. You want to create a calm environment in your room, so you dim lights, put some candles on, and you put some light jazz music or something, or wherever calms you down. You manipulated the room to feel good for yourself. Is that negative? No. Is that harmful? No. It's helpful for you, and it didn't hurt anybody. That's a form of manipulation. Makeup. I put on makeup today. I manipulated my face to look a certain way, right? I colored in my brows so you can see my brows a little more. I put some eyeshadow, I put some blush, and that's manipulation. It's not negative, it's not harmful. And that's what I am trying to say here, is that you manipulating yourself in a positive manner isn't bad. It's not bad. Try to look at manipulation as a verb and use it in the sense of, I'm manipulating myself to love myself. Who are you hurting by doing that? You're not, you're helping yourself. And some other practices obviously is to, okay, I'm sorry, not obviously, but in my opinion, in a mirror, talk to yourself. I think talking to yourself is one of the best ways to deal with any situation and anything involving yourself. Just say to yourself, I love me. I love you. The person I'm looking in the mirror, I love you. Srey, like, I love you, Srey. I love you so much. And then start to describe ways of why you love yourself. So a couple ways for me is, I love that I'm always there for myself and I pick myself up when I'm down. I love how hardworking I am. I love the fact that I can wake up today and I do what I'm supposed to do, whatever that means for you. I love that I'm funny. I think I'm funny. It doesn't matter if you think I'm funny. I think I'm funny. I make myself laugh. And that's what matters. I enjoy my own company. I love being around myself. I created a person where I like to be around her. In a way, you kind of to look at yourself like you're an outside point of view. And compliment yourself. Give yourself that boost of confidence that you need. I learned how to do makeup. I love that I learned how to do makeup. I love that I'm really nice to myself and to those around me. And I try to give myself compliments outside of what I do for other people, because then you're associating it with what you do for other people, why you love yourself. And then your self-worth is based off of what you do for everyone else around you, when it should be based off of what you do for you. I love myself that I put myself as a priority. I make sure that I'm healthy, that I'm fed, that I have enough sleep before I give. I love that I check my temperature with how I feel with myself before I exert myself. You can, it's like, you can still add those little tidbits of, I love that I'm there for people. I'm a good listener. I give good advice, etc. But don't make that your main I love me portion. And it can be very simple. I love the way I do laundry. I keep my laundry clean. I'm very punctual with laundry. I vacuum. Actually, that's actually a personal thing of mine, where I actually like to vacuum. So like, I love that I vacuum because my hair falls out a lot. I love that I vacuum all the time and that I don't have to step on hair. It's down to the small little things that you do for yourself and what you do to make yourself happier. Find ways. I know that there must be some ways. And again, if you have nothing, lie to yourself. If you have to, lie to yourself. Once you keep doing it, you're going to eventually believe it, and it's going to start being easier for you to say it. Practice a few phrases. And think of the person that you want to love, which is you, right? So like three phrases. I love myself. I am beautiful. I find myself pretty. I think I am a wonderful, nice person. Let's say you don't believe any of that yet. Just those three phrases. Write it down and repeat it to yourself as much as you can, in the sense of like at least once a day, if you can. And when I say as much as you can, I just mean like, try to make this a habit, right? In the sense of, it's once a week, twice a week, every day, twice a day. Try to find a schedule for yourself, and then becomes normal. Just like going to the gym, you have to like find a schedule, and then your body gets used to it. Your mind is going to get used to these affirmations, that you're going to get used to saying these things to yourself, and eventually it's going to be easy. And eventually, I believe if you keep doing it long enough, eventually you will believe it. You will. And then you're going to have that confidence in yourself that you've always wanted. Imagine the person that you've always wanted to be, and you're going to be that person because you told yourself you would be. That's how I see it. It becomes a reality. It becomes normal. You can call it manifestation. You can call it the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, but it's really the same thing. And if you are a religious person where you want to put into prayer, I think that's a good way to do it too. I pray to see myself in a beautiful light. I pray that I love myself. I pray that I see myself in a positive light, where I am a wonderful, nice person. Manipulation, whatever your belief system is, incorporate it. If you don't believe in God, that's fine, but incorporate it into your life how you see best fit. Another few tips that I think would be helpful is maybe like write it out, and then in notes or something, or wherever you find pretty, or write it on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, screenshot it, and make it your lock screen. So every time you're on your phone, or you see I love me, I love whatever your name is. My name is Srey, so it would be like, I love Srey. I love how positive I am. I love that I am such a good worker. Whatever it is that you want to add into it. I find myself beautiful. I am beautiful. Or you can put, you are beautiful, but I am beautiful because you believe you're beautiful. I think that's a good way to phrase it. And put it somewhere that you will automatically check. Most of us do check our phones every morning and before we go to bed when we charge it. So that's a good way to remind yourself. Easy way. Another way is to print it out and put it somewhere that you'll see, like the bathroom mirror. You go brush your teeth every day, you're gonna see it. On your door, like the front of your door, the back of your door, you have to close your door. If you have roommates or you live with your family, the back of your door would be a good place to do it. If you're in school, on one of your notebooks that you have to use every single day, or in your backpack, like let's say you have like a small little pouch, you put all of your pens and pencils there, you have to go in there to get your pens and pencils, and you see that little note, and then you read it really quickly, and then you remind yourself. So it can be anywhere. If you want to put in your car in the morning, on your steering wheel, or just like a little note, dashboard, I suppose, that area, depending on how your car is set up. There's so many ways where you can put a little note, like the mirror that you check yourself out every morning, the window that you open every morning, near the curtains that I open my curtains every morning to let light in, so taping it there would be helpful. Your nightstand, where you put your just on your nightstand, like just right there because you're about to see it. I'm trying to think of any other possible ways. You have a TV, under the TV, tape it under the TV. In your laptop, in the as a sticker, just put it underneath, like the cover, maybe like on top of your laptop. You can get very creative with it. And the more you practice it, the more you'll believe it. And then you can add other tidbits, that what you love about yourself. And then if there's a goal of what you want to be, like I aspire to be calm enough to listen to someone scream and cry. And then I would put it in the phrase of, I love myself, that I'm extremely patient, where I can listen to someone scream and cry and I have the patience for it. You can put that there. So after you learn self-love, you can also learn how to add goals in there of what you want to incorporate into your characteristic and how you can love that part, and then it becomes normal. And again, this is my way of using manipulation in a very positive manner. And again, manipulation to me is just a verb. Running is a verb. You can run, and like, when you put it in a sentence, I'm running to go hit someone, that's negative. I'm running because I just want to run in the woods because it's my exercise. That's it's not really, it's good for your health if that's what you feel like, and it's not negative, it's not hurting anybody. So that's the same thing with manipulation. And I don't know, I really hope those little tips help you guys. There's probably a million other videos of how to do it, but this is my way of learning how to do it and my way of incorporating self-love in my life. And then we can go on and on about why self-love is really good for you, but I believe in being my own friend first and loving myself and providing that love for myself, so that I don't seek it out in unhealthy manners and unhealthy relationships, romantically, platonically, whatever it is. Sometimes when we lack that self-love, we tend to go seek it elsewhere, and then we get a little we bend over backwards for a little bit of love, validation. And if you can provide that for yourself, you don't need to do that anymore. And then when you love yourself and you put yourself to a high standard, anyone who comes into your life needs to meet that standard. So therefore, it's easier to be like, well, I wouldn't treat myself like that. Why would I let you treat me like a way? So that's another, like, that's one of the reasons why I feel like this is very helpful and very good for your mental health. So if that helped you, let me know, because it helped me. And if you have any other tips you can share and we can discuss a little further, that would be fun to discuss of how you feel like self-love could help you. Obviously, that was a small little chapter of how I did it, and there's many ways to do it, but I'm sharing my methods and how I've incorporated into my life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.